Good morning. Now, I know there's all kinds of instruction videos for everything, but on my recent trip to Southern California, we stayed in a hotel and are staying in a hotel that has a bidet. Now, up until this time, I've heard of a bidet. I've actually seen them. I've stayed in other hotel rooms that had them. But I've always had questions on how you actually use them, what's involved. I asked a lot of people what their experiences were. Growing up in the Midwest, we never had anything like that. It's basically you go to the bathroom, there's a roll of paper at the side, and that's how you clean everything up. But after looking on the web and everything else, I realized that I did not see any instructional videos on how to use a bidet. Which brings me to this video. I'm actually going to go through the process and post this on a website, YouTube, whatever. And I think it'll answer a lot of questions that acquaintances and other people just couldn't answer for me when I was asking these questions. So, let's begin. Of course, to answer the first question, the bidet is located in the bathroom. And I'm going to show you these things because these are part of the major questions I had. There's a towel hanging on a rack. There, of course, is the paper. And here is what I would consider an ultra-modern type of bidet. Looks like it's just an extension of a normal toilet. But after looking at the controls, I noticed that, zoom in here, you can actually set temperatures. There's actually a button that says wash with a little icon on it. If I get close here, that kind of looks like buttocks with the spray going on. And then, of course, there's a bidet button and water flow heat. Pretty advanced as far as I'm concerned, even for something as old as a bidet. So at this point, I'm going to use it and then go from there. Now, of course, for delicate reasons, I'm not going to show anything. It's just experience and to answer questions. So at this point, I've placed my derriere on the seat, and now I'm going to engage first the button that says bathe. Since the icon showed some bare buttocks with water flowing to them, that's pretty much where I'm at this point. So, pressing the button, here we go. I can hear something kicking on and all right, so the first experience with the bidet is, I must say, not bad at all. So that's the bathe function. I'm going to shut that off and click on the bidet and see what the difference is. Oh. The water happens to be a little cooler and pretty much hitting the same spot. All right, so for all argument's sake, I'm done with whatever I need to do. And now comes the most perplexing part. What do I do now? If I was taking a shower, of course I wouldn't have any clothes on, so I could just towel off. But in this case, my normal position is pants around the knees. Do I use toilet paper? Or do I use the towel? One of the questions I have is if I use the towel and I hang it back up and somebody follows me in here, what is the chance that maybe they are washing their face and go to this towel? Just that seems a little indelicate. On the flip side, it's been my experience if for any reason you have wetness around the buttocks area and you use toilet paper, it has a tendency to kind of just disintegrate. So, and leave remnants, which is not all that pleasant. So at this point, I'm opting for Mr. Towel. So, I guess the other option would be maybe there are more advanced bidets that have some type of blow dryer attachment that you could just sit there and not have to worry about any hands-on thing or anything else. So, and not to be belabor the point there be any more indelicate, that was my choice, Mr. Towel. So, to conclude, I guess you have a choice, and that's pretty much how you use a bidet. After the first time, I would highly recommend it to just about anybody. So, have a good day on your bidet.